Hello, Potato. I want to try something new today, which is not unusual for this channel. It's kind of most of what I do is try things that are new to me. But today's something that's a little, I don't know, to me unusual, because it's not a sort of thing I drink normally. Let me introduce you to who will hopefully be my new friend, Milo. Nestle Milo, to be exact. Yeah, I don't really know much about this, other than it's like a chocolatey malted drink. I'm guessing sort of Nestle's answer to Ovaltine, but not something you see frequently in the US. I've seen this, of course, in international stores plenty of times and walked, right on past it. But every so often, a channel I've mentioned before, Dancing Bacons, will do something involving Milo, including, not that long ago, I think, a video of like a bunch of different versions of Milo, including one that came with a toy truck, which is actually what got me looking for it. I wanted to find the one that came with a toy truck. I didn't find the one that came with a toy truck, but I did find just a can of normal Milo. They had other options. They had like individual sachets and bigger cans, and I thought, we'll start with a small can, because what if I don't like it? It contains 90 calories per serving. I'm not sure if that's with milk or without milk, because, while this clearly is made for North America, it has the North American label on it. Not a sticker either. It's actually part of the label. It's not packaged in the same way Nestle Quick is. Nestle Quick will tell you, or I guess Nesquik now, because the syllable "ly" is just way too much work. But Nesquik has on its label with milk and without milk. So I'm assuming this is without milk because it's 90 calories. I think Nesquik is about 50 calories, but Nesquik is only 2 tablespoons, and this one says to use 3. So it's a little bit of a portion. It's also got a little bit of protein in it, 2 grams, I think it was. Yeah, 2 grams of protein. It's got 3% of your daily sodium, which I think is about 1% more than Nestle Quick. But it also claims to have 8 vitamins and minerals, which I do not believe Nestle Quick has, but I do think Ovaltine claims to have. So that's why I think this is probably Nestle's answer to Ovaltine. But there's words on the package. Let's read the words. Not that you can probably read them on the camera because they're kind of small, but I'll read them to you. Drinking Milo, TM, with Active Go, TM. This is actually R, isn't it? It's registered. That's R. I should probably start wearing my glasses for these, but I won't. Drinking Milo with Active Go as part of a balanced breakfast helps prepare your children to get the best out of their day. Yes, a balanced breakfast. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s and remember cereal commercials, you remember that a balanced breakfast looks an awful lot like a banquet because you have to have a lot of vegetables and fruits to balance off one bowl of sugar cereal. So there's instructions here for making it in cold or hot forms. I'm going to go with cold because that seems like the way you would normally make like Nesquik or even Ovaltine. And yes, I know you can do both of those hot as well. So the instructions are pretty straightforward. Place 3 leveled tablespoons of Nestle Milo in a glass. Add 8 fluid ounces of cold milk. Stir briskly. It is customary for crunchy bits of Milo to float to the top after mixing with cold milk. And then the same in what appears to be maybe Spanish or Portuguese. So, a drink with crunchy bits. So, I went and got myself a tablespoon, got myself a glass. I don't know if that glass is 8 ounces. We're not gonna worry about that too much, but we are gonna worry about the 3 tablespoons and try to just make it the way it says. Other thing is, looking at Nestle Quick's instructions, it's 2 tablespoons, which I don't believe there's any American that only makes a cup of Nestle Quick with 2 tablespoons, or really even measures them. They just either scoop it or whatever. So, wow, this looks interesting. It looks kind of like soil. Yeah, there's definitely little chunks in there. This isn't out of date or anything, is it? I've had it for a couple months. Used by October. No, we're not out of date. So there's definitely, whatever that is, that's the way it's meant to be. Just kind of smells chocolatey. What are the ingredients in this? Malted barley and tapioca starch, extract, sugar, cocoa, processed with alkali. So yeah, I'm thinking basically this is Ovaltine. All right, so we need 3 leveled tablespoons. Now, in real life, in the real world, I would never bother to label. I would just kind of maybe tap it off, but I'd probably go for heaping because I want more flavor. But I will, since it says to level, I will level like it says. There's 1. And 2. And 3. All right, there's our 3 tablespoons of Milo. Now, normally when I make a powdered beverage thing, I'll put a little bit of milk in first and then stir it up just to kind of create a slurry so it blends easier when you pour in the rest of the milk. But this says just to add the milk. And while I'm not measuring out to make sure we're using exactly 8 ounces, which I probably should have just gone and poured it in a measuring cup and done that, I am going to just follow the instructions to fill the glass with milk. I suppose I also could have measured the glass to see how much liquid it actually holds, but again, that's a level of planning that I feel like the name Void of Intelligence should create you, should make you not expect. All right, I'm going to say that's 8 ounces. It's like half my bottle of milk, so, and then stir briskly. And presumably this will turn a much darker chocolatey color. Unless, of course, that's way more than 8 ounces of milk, and I've ruined this. But we'll find out. All right, I think that's about as dark as it's gonna get. Could be a little darker. But again, that's, I'm somebody that probably doesn't measure my Nesquik. So here's our little crunchy bits on top, and yeah, there are a lot of them. You can just scoop that off with a spoon. Which, I suppose I could do, but let's try drinking it the way it's meant to be drunk first. And then we'll just try some crunchy bits on their own. Maybe we'll come back and try it hot someday, if it's any good. All right, so to smell it all put together. Kind of smells like cereal. I'm assuming that's the barley. It smells more like cereal than chocolate milk. Well, let's give it a try. How do I describe that? First of all, it's not bad. I will say that, just straight off. It's not super chocolatey. It's a little mild. You can definitely taste, I feel the barley in there. It does not taste like chocolate milk. I haven't had Ovaltine. Actually, I'm not sure I've ever had Ovaltine, but if I have, it's been literally over 30 years. And I don't know if that's what it tastes like or not, but it's kind of what I would imagine Ovaltine to taste like. Maybe we'll do, one of the local stores has like imported, I think, Korean Ovaltine. Maybe we'll do a video at some point where I try that imported Ovaltine and compare it to American stuff, because I'm reasonably sure the American stuff is probably lower quality. But aside from just being kind of like weedy, I guess, the barley, the bits on top kind of taste like grape nuts. I feel like I've drunk something with grape nuts floating on the top. It looks like they're kind of starting to melt. I'm seeing like little strings coming down, but let's see if we can just try some of the crunchy bits on their own. Yeah, they kind of remind me of like a very fragile grape nuts. Like not the kind of teeth shattering you normally get from grape nuts, but it's kind of a very, very light, crispy grape nut. It's not bad. Will I make this a regular thing? I kind of doubt it. There's no caffeine in it. If there was caffeine in it, I would probably make this part of my breakfast, but there isn't. And I guess I could try making it with coffee. That could be interesting. It could be watery though, because there's no milk powder in this. Maybe like a milk coffee with Milo. I don't know. Maybe, I've got another, presumably, 17 servings? There's 16 more servings of this in here. We have room to experiment, so maybe we will in the future. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Yeah, give it a try. If you see this in stores, if you like Ovaltine, if you just want to try something different, give it a try. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like the best thing ever. It's not a revelation. I don't feel like I have been missing something my entire life or anything, but it's not bad. Well, I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you've tried Milo before, let me know in the comments what you think about it. And I will thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.